Hello, Clarice.
It's alive! It's alive!
I kick ass for the Lord!
It's showtime.
Hello and welcome to the Three Basket Cases podcast. I am Jane. With me is Frank and Peter. We are doing the Conjuring Last Rites tonight. If you are watching or listening right now, how about throw us a like and a subscribe? Give us a thumbs up, whatever the hell platform you're on. Do something. It helps the show out more than you know. And Frank is going to be doing the walkthrough today. So right before we do that, just want to give out the socials. We are Three Basket Cases on all social media and Three Basket Cases podcast at gmail.com. So why don't you take it away, Frank?
All right. So The Conjuring Last Rites, 2025 film, the final and fourth installment of the Conjuring series. It made worldwide $494 million. Pretty impressive. I'm not sure what the budget was for this movie, but I think it was a success.
I didn't know this franchise was that popular. It was the highest opening weekend.
I didn't realize it was that popular either.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good for them.
It was $55 million
Oh, okay.
on this movie. So it was a tremendous success.
Yeah.
If we found it to be as enjoyable as everybody else did.
We shall see.
I actually know a little bit about the actual Smurl family, and I did some little bit more research going into this. So as we go through it, you guys are into it, I can say what is actually supposedly happened in real life and what is absolute nonsense.
Smurl trivia.
I won't derail the podcast, but there's a few things that actually happened from the movie that they claim happened, and some things that are just nonsensical entirely.
Well, I'm guessing the things that looked like complete nonsense in the movie were the nonsense.
Yeah, it was like an opening to hell or anything, but a few of the things might surprise you, actually. A couple of things might, if you believe any of this exists.
I did read somewhere that they took aspects of other cases and inserted them into this movie.
We got like a best of the Smurls.
Yeah, right, something like that.
And the Smurls themselves, I don't know if you've ever seen them in real life, but they don't look like Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson. They look more like an older Canadian couple who goes to a diner for free coffee, who smokes cigarettes all day, and then doesn't tip.
One thing I do like is that they show pictures of the real people during the credits of the movies.
Oh, yeah, they did do that, so you would know what they look like.
Yeah, for all four movies, they did that. I thought that was a cool thing.
Yeah, we always get to see Ed and Lorraine Warren in all their glory.
Yeah.
He looks like
Ed Warren is supposed to have a heart condition and be out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
And, the actor looks to be in tip-top shape.
Yeah, he's got like 8% body fat, and he's like, I can't have any lasagna.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Okay.
After seeing the pictures, it makes sense with all the heart stuff.
Right, but not in the movie.
No.
So we open up with Ed Warren. He's interviewing what sounds to be a young woman, asking her to take us back to the beginning over the credit sequence. We're at an antique and vintage shop. This girl is describing how her father felt something was following him, something he couldn't see. He would lock the doors at night. They would be open. He'd be hearing voices. People didn't believe him. They figured he was just getting old. But she came in one day and she found him, and he had hung himself in the store. After he was gone, the young girl started to feel a presence, like she was being watched. It calls to her. And we pull back from Victoria and we get a young version of Ed and Lorraine Warren. They both stand and we see that Lorraine is pregnant. And the year 1964 comes over the screen. She's walking around, she's touching various objects, and a voice whispers, Lorraine. She pulls a sheet off of a large mirror, and she tells the mirror that her name is Lorraine Warren, that she's here to help. And she asks whatever she's feeling, what are you? She reaches out, she touches the mirror, it cracks, and a mirror image of herself with red eyes and an evil smile appears, and it's looking at her. And we get a whole bunch of fast cuts, and we actually get a scene of a shot that happens much later in the movie, and of her baby still in her womb.
Mm-hmm.
So if at the very end of the movie you get something happens and she actually gets a visualization of that in the mirror during this opening scene. She cries in pain, and then she calls for Ed, and all she says is the baby. Ed's racing Lorraine to the hospital. The doctor asks the nurse, how's the baby? And the nurse just kind of shakes her head no.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting a little foreshadowing. Well, what's going on? Something bad here. It's premature.
Yeah.
The lights go out. The doctor asks for a flashlight. That's when Lorraine sees a demon crawling in the top of the doorway, and Ed comes into the room.
I thought that was good. I think these movies do a very good job at having you notice things.
Yeah, in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. They deliver the baby, but the baby is pretty clearly stillborn, not making any noise.
Yeah.
I thought this was really effective. I mean, as a parent, I was like, holy shit. Like,
Yeah, touch heavy for a horror movie here.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh my God. Like,
this
is like the worst possible thing that could happen to a parent. Like, you're like, holy fuck. Lorraine realizes what has happened. She screams at the doctor to give her the baby. They're holding the baby, and then she starts asking God to bring her back. And after a minute, the baby all of a sudden wakes up, starts crying.
I didn't know the Warrens' lore, so I was surprised when the baby came back.
I was too. I didn't understand that was in her in her repertoire.
Like, I didn't know they had a daughter, so I thought it was just going to be this dark, depressing 20-minute backstory that didn't really go anywhere.
And I didn't know she had the ability to bring people back to life. But
it was God, Peter. It was God.
Okay, all right.
Or the mirror.
Or the mirror. So the baby starts crying. Ed and Lorraine, they're overjoyed. And the doctors and the nurses are just standing there like idiots staring at them.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe they should take the baby and check it out. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but that would be my first instinct. It would be like, holy shit, the baby's alive after a minute. Maybe we should check its vitals.
Yeah. Right.
They're just like, oh, what do you need? And, the nurse asks the $1 million question. She goes, what's her name? Not like, what's her name? Like, give me the fucking baby. We need to check this baby.
Yeah, what's her blood pressure?
Right. What's her name? Oh, it's Judy Warren. We get a montage of Judy growing up, her first steps. She's on a carousel, doing all sorts of other shit. Then she comes in crying to her mom, saying, I keep seeing horrible things. They won't go away. So Lorraine tells her to shut them out and teaches her a rhyme about Lucy Lockett to calm her and help her make the visions go away. So I guess she has the same kind of gift that her mother does. I guess that's what we're implying, that she can see spirits or demons or whatever.
Yeah, a little bit of a sixth sense, but the montage could have been a little shorter.
Yeah, it was kind of feeling a little bit like a
I don't know, a Hallmark movie, and I'm like, anything that's this nice for that long has
to get real dark real quick, or I'm checking out.
Or it just gets boring.
I don't know. We're at the sea. I think I might have a slightly different opinion on this movie.
There's a lot of things that went on a little bit too long in this movie.
Yeah, like, we get it. You're a nice family. Let's move it on. I'm busy.
And we have to hear that goddamn nursery rhyme so many times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lucy fucking Lockett. Shut the fuck up.
Lost her pocket? What is it? Lucy Lockett lost long. It happened too much, and nobody wanted to hear it said.
So we all watched all 4 of these movies like in the same week. Do you think that helped or hurt our experience for this movie?
For me, I think it hurt 3. If we were reviewing 3, I would be, because 1 and 2 I thought were phenomenal. Actually, I'm not going to give it away, but yeah, I think it hurt this a little bit to watch all 4 of them in a row.
Mm-hmm. I would say it definitely hurt.
Yeah.
Because at least the first 3 you could watch them and they made sense. From a you know ghostly, spiritual Ed and Lorraine Warren aspect. They explained why things were happening the way they were happening, and this movie just didn't give a shit about any of that.
Oh, we might get into a 3 versus 4 fight at some point
Yeah, I
during
mean,
this.
I thought 1 and 2 were like that. 3 was like a witch. It wasn't even like ghosts.
Well, it wasn't a witch, but it at least explained why the guy was being possessed and demonized,
Didn't
because
care.
it wasn't a demon, he was cursed. So it explained it. Whereas this one, we're going to get to Father, whatever, Father hangs himself.
Father Gordon.
Father Gordon.
Those are
We're going to get to
fighting words,
him.
man. I thought he
Why
was
the f-
fantastic.
Why was he demonized? He wasn't in touch with the mirror. He wasn't part of the family. The demon isn't supposed to be able to follow him around.
This demon is a cheeky little bitch, man. It goes where it wants, it breaks the rules, and that's what I liked about
It doesn't make
it.
sense in the context of the Conjuring universe.
The demon, man, it does whatever it wants.
Apparently,
It
this one
makes
is
the
very,
rules.
very powerful.
Absolutely.
Not powerful enough to get out of a mirror.
Yeah, the constructs were a bit off, but I mean, you know what?
So it's 1986. We're now in Pennsylvania. A car pulls up, complaining about her hair.
I think the thing that I learned from this scene is if I had 4 kids, I'd want someone to put a bullet in my head.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like,
My God, I
you
just got
imagine-
home from work.
No,
Can I
four-
have 1
4
second to
kids.
collect my thoughts before I kill myself?
it's just
4 kids and your parents living with you.
yeah.
Parents are fine.
You just get up for breakfast and it's just a cacophony of noise and chaos. Terrible. Terrible.
Right. And every age is represented. You got like the 12, like, and although you do know it's the film, it's a true story because no filmmaker would ever name anyone Smurl.
Yeah.
Ever.
Right.
Like, what that name Smurl, James Smurl. Doesn't work.
The girls pull the phone cord into the pantry, messing around with grandma on the phone. This will come back later. The daughter opens up one of her gifts, and she finds that it's a hideous mirror. The
It's like-
same mirror from the opening scene.
Why would you get why not just get a bunch of Nazi memorabilia for your 16-year-old daughter? Why are you giving her this mirror?
And they're
insane.
like, we found it. It's not even like they bought it. They're just like, we found this gross mirror. Here.
Yeah, they were about to get rid of it. They gave us a great deal.
Well, it's at the swap meet over in Bucks County, you see. What does that mean?
So the
Thanks.
dog's barking at the mirror.
Dogs
And
always
then
know, man.
It came to me like the mirror is haunting the Smurls. What happened for the previous 20 years with this mirror?
It waited.
Yeah.
For the Smurls?
Yeah.
The Smurls were the key to get to the Warrens.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
Hey,
patient demon.
If
mirror.
you say so.
I do.
The camera pulls in on the girl's face in the mirror with ominous music, and we cut to a candle lighting on a cake. Girl blows to blow the candle out, and it blows out by itself.
Spooky.
I like that.
The girls argue a bit, and then the light that is anchored to the ceiling randomly falls onto the table.
And that's why I like this movie. They amped up the aggressiveness right out of the gate. These demons aren't messing around moving a teacup across the table. They just want to crush you to death immediately.
Mm-hmm.
It had 2 pretty
Effective.
memorable scenes here. Couple good ones. It grazed Heather's head, I guess. Dad's like, "Oh, that's a lot of blood." And meanwhile, it's like a 1-inch cut on her forehead. There's almost no blood at all.
Right.
We get the yellow lettered introduction now over ominous music about how this case in the suburbs of Pennsylvania in '86 was an evil unlike anything they had ever encountered. It would devastate their family and end their careers. Talking about Ed and Lorraine Warren.
When the Conjuring came up, the yellow Conjuring, that the sounds that made, it sounded a lot like The Shining at the beginning when they're like, how it amped up the high-pitched whistle thing. I thought it was very cool.
I think there's a lot of movies that are referenced in this, but
I agree.
we're now with Ed and Lorraine. They're doing a lecture like they were doing at the beginning of the first film, which was kind of cool. We come back, we see the dichotomy between the first and the last. They're talking about Annabelle, the collections of artifacts, taking nuns off the streets line. Again, we've heard that, I think, every film.
Yep.
And there's like 10 people in the hall listening to this lecture.
And like two of them are heckling them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
the
an
kids are being
obnoxious
dicks.
crowd, man. Like, I would love to be there. I've got a million questions. Like, what's the stupidest looking ghost you've ever seen? Like, come on.
Yeah, the kid yells, "Who are you going to call?" After that, they're at a restaurant with their daughter, and they're lamenting about how things suck and no one takes them seriously anymore. Ed is ordering, and Lorraine gets she goes into a trance, and she sees Judy mouthing the rhyme under her breath, the Lucy Locket rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
Judy calms down, and Lorraine sees a black hand on Judy's shoulder like slip off, which I thought was really effective.
I did too. I thought that was great.
I thought that was really cool. Then I guess they just have dinner.
And we get to see a lot of it.
Yeah, we know you can't have lasagna because of your heart. Yes, true. But you're going to have the salad with the dressing on the side, and you're going to have the linguine and clams. It went on too long, no doubt.
This is how I felt about almost every scene. The movie was 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I feel like if they cut it to 90 minutes, it would have been like a very, very good movie.
They also took a long time to get anywhere. Anytime they did something, like even picking up a phone or walking across the hallway, or just just be at the staircase and then walk up. I don't need to see you walk to the staircase and then walk up. And I thought they could have cut a little bit of that out.
Yeah, the thing is, I wasn't feeling the tension. I was feeling bored, a lot of it.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I think, they did use, which I thought was effective. They used a shaky cam when they were talking about showing the people.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the ghost was there, they kind of slowed it down a little bit. So maybe it was just too slow. I don't know.
The Smurl mom is up in the daughter's room. She's tidying up. She brings some clothes down to the basement to wash, and she hears a noise. She starts looking around. She turns the lights on, and it's John Wayne in the background on a poster. So nothing happens in this scene.
Wait a minute, did you see the man standing there before the John Wayne?
No.
Oh, this is why this movie's so good. Come on. That was so good.
That was the scariest part of the whole movie.
That was the scariest part. There was a demon standing there, or a ghost, I don't know whether Christ you want it to be, standing there. You could see the outlines and the highlights of it, and then it was really friggin' scary. And then you turned lights on, it was John Wayne.
It was the scariest looking like ghost in the whole series.
Oh God, yeah. You gotta watch it again, man. That was a good scene.
I watched it twice. I didn't see that at all. It's not there. It doesn't exist.
It is there, and it's phenomenal.
Exist.
Yeah, it's really scary looking.
It's scary as hell.
Wrong. All right, maybe it was there. I'll look at it again.
Look at it. Now you got to watch this movie again.
God damn it. So mom is getting dinner ready. She's on the phone with someone, and the younger kids are running around, and the phone gets ripped from her hand and pulled into the pantry. She's kind of freaked out because she sees the kids are still running around and not in the pantry, and turns the lights on, and nothing is there. I thought this was pretty effective. I thought it was a cool gag when... originally we saw the kids pulling on the phone from the grandmother earlier in the movie. I thought this was good.
I like that. This is the kind of stuff I like in a ghost movie.
Me too.
Because I feel like it's a little bit more subtle, and I feel like the really over the top stuff is unbelievable. But like, I feel like a ghost could maybe get up the power to like flick a phone cord or something. But
although what ends? Like, what is a ghost gaining from doing that? I guess they hype up the terror and they kind of feed up that. I guess they like you to be afraid for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're bored as shit. Like, you're dead and there's nowhere to go, and you're just sitting there all day. You're like, I'm just gonna screw with this person on the phone. I don't know, but like,
yeah, they have to build the fear up so they can infiltrate.
Well, maybe
you're right. That is correct. They have to build up. They when they're fear, that's what demons do. That's what demons do. I knew that. Okay, never mind.
So we kill some time watching a couple of the younger girls making pretend soup. And then one of them goes to find her robot doll, Susie.
Oh my God.
Susie falls over, rolls over, then stands up and then starts levitating. The girl looks at the doll and sees an old woman like holding it up behind it, and she screams, and the doll drops to the floor. I really liked it. I liked
It
that scene
was.
a lot.
I thought it was a really good, well done scene. The doll itself, I mean, come on, a shaved head, two ponytails, no eyes, wearing a red napkin. Pass. Terrifying.
So now it's later on. The girl is yelling about no one believing her about the doll. It's all nonsensical chaos going on in this house.
Yeah.
The girls, the two older girls, they're up in their room looking at the mirror, and they just decide that we're getting rid of it. It's a ugly mirror. We don't want it.
Good call.
Yeah.
She has a
kind
line.
Of kind of an asshole move, though. Like,
Yeah.
your grandparents just bought this for you for your confirmation, and you're taking it down to the fucking trash collector.
I mean, I would wait till they left, right? They were still around, weren't they?
Well,
They live there permanently.
Oh, yeah,
And
I guess that
there's
could
a
be-
duplex. They live in the back part of the duplex.
I guess that could be tricky then.
And they go down the stairs with this heavy mirror and just put it out by the curb, as if nobody's going to question them, nobody's going to ask. Grandma and Grandpa probably went out there that morning and saw it out there and started crying.
But it was a
They're
massive
probably
misfire.
devastated.
No 16-year-old child wants that mirror. It was a massive misfire on their part. But can we back up a second to the two of them are talking before they brought the mirrors down? Did you hear that one of them made a comment that babies are perverts?
No, I missed
Yeah.
that.
Does she know what a pervert is?
Maybe not.
Probably not.
Well,
Probably
no,
not.
she's 16 years old. She certainly knows what a pervert is. Say, look like a baby. Oh, babies are perverts. I mean, she
Yeah,
just
that's
kind
a
of threw that out and
questionable line
walked
of
away
dialogue.
from it. I don't want a whole subplot, but I'd like to know what you meant by that.
Babies do like sucking on nipples, I guess.
Bunch of perverts.
That's the only thing I could think of. I don't know. I don't understand why she said that.
No. And why there was no follow-up to it, and the other one's like, yeah, I guess they are perverts, I guess. And then it just then they brought the
Why
mirror
was
down,
that
I
in
guess.
the script?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
who wrote that line?
babies are
Why?
annoying, babies are loud, babies aren't perverts. maybe one is. I don't know.
So the next morning, the garbage men come and throw the mirror into the compactor and crush it. As it's being crushed,
The end.
yeah, the
Right.
end.
Roll credits.
Dawn starts choking one of the sisters, and she projectile vomits and then vomits blood everywhere, all over her father's chest, all over the table, into the sink.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good. And then pulls some glass out of her mouth. I guess it's implied that when the mirror was crushed, glass went into her somehow.
And a lot of it, because the bottom of the sink, if you noticed, it's got a bunch of glass shards in it as well from the mirror.
Right.
Yes. They rush her to the hospital. And then we cut to the Warrens' house where they're celebrating Ed's birthday. Judy and her boyfriend Tony pull up to the house. Tony is very nervous about meeting the Warrens and hopes they approve of him. Father Gordon is at the birthday party from all the previous Conjuring movies.
And then Tony says to him right away, which is the biggest misfire you could possibly say if you're meeting all your girlfriend's friends and family. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm going into early retirement. What is he, like 23?
They said he was in between jobs.
But then he says something about
Yeah.
early retirement. I mean, you might as well hit him with a pyramid scheme, man. No one wants to hear that from a 23-year-old.
Especially in the 80s.
Yeah, really.
Right. Right. Go to Wall Street, make $1 billion. Buy, sell, buy, sell.
Then we see Brad Hamilton, the cop from the first movie, shows Tony the scar on his face from being bitten in the first movie. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little callback. I like how we get the previous characters since this is the final movie. Judy is in her room looking at slides. Then the room goes dark and she sees Annabelle rocking in the chair behind her. And she starts to do that rhyme thing again. And why is Annabelle there?
That I don't know.
I don't know. Why does Annabelle continue to pop up through the movie? I don't know.
Well, yeah, what's her end game?
This was my issue with the movie. I thought the Smurl stuff was almost all good, and the Warren stuff was either pointless or boring or both. There was just a lot of filler with the Warren. I know the Warrens are the main characters, but a lot of this movie was just like, let's talk about their wedding or their heart problems, or oh look,
Well, we don't see the Warrens get
You're
to
right.
the Smurls until like the hour 30 mark
yeah,
or the hour 20 mark. It takes an amazingly long amount of time for for the movie to get going.
yeah.
You know what? You're right, Jay. You're 100% right. That is the problem. It was the Smurls were interesting, and they had, I think, because it was the last one, they had to write everything about the Warrens, and I don't need to know all of that. I'm not, they're not my family or friends. If they're leaving, that's great. They're just serving a purpose to be in a movie to scare me. Let's cut the wedding bullshit. I felt like I was going to go pick out wedding invites designs with them or something, and it was all unnecessary. You're right.
Oh, it's the fourth movie. Can I get an extended backstory on the daughter's boyfriend, like who I just met and I don't care about?
Right, he seems really nervous. I hope they accept him. I don't care.
Yeah,
Well, I think they're trying to set it up for further sequels just without Ed and Lorraine Warren with Tony and Judy.
Sure, just do it. We're all gonna go. I don't need to know
But
that
it's like
he's...
you don't need to set it up over the course of it. It could have been 10 or 15 minutes.
yeah.
Like give us the meat
Yeah.
and potatoes. Let us know that Ed and Lorraine are
Right.
retiring and pass the torch.
Or don't. Just get right into it. Keep yanking phones and spitting out glass, projectile vomiting, and crushing people to death with lights. That's why I'm there.
Look what John Wick did with Ballerina. You didn't need to have Ballerina have an hour-long backstory in John Wick 4 to make a sequel.
Thank you.
So
Although the
Tony
movie did bomb, but that's beside the point.
And then I thought the David Bowie ping pong thing. At that point, I wanted to just throw my phone across the room. That was way too after school special for me. I get it. You're all having a good time. Yeah, what a nice family.
Yeah.
Cares.
So Judy, Tony walks in, sees Judy. She's all flustered from seeing Annabelle. She explains the rhyme that she was saying to him, and they start making out. Lorraine walks in and catches them making out, and she tells Tony, "Hey, why don't you go out to the garage? Ed's gathering all the guys are gathering in the garage."
For an hour of ping pong, which
An
we
hour
will
of
watch in
ping
real
pong.
time.
Judy tells Lorraine that she's been seeing visions. Then we go back to them playing ping pong out in the garage. Ed challenges Tony to a game of ping pong while David Bowie is playing. Everyone is cheering like it's a World Cup championship. Tony tells him that he plans on proposing and asks for their blessing. Explains how their family is not like other families.
This is
Of
like
course
20
he is.
minutes. This is like
Yeah, it's-
Yeah, it doesn't end.
She sees the ring sitting there, and then she says yes, and everybody is happy.
not me.
Yeah, I'm pissed at this point. I like this movie, but I'm getting angry now. I was hoping that they'd drop another light and kill half of them in that ping pong tournament. The only way to save that scene.
We're back with the Smurls now, and
Thank
everyone's freaking out about living in a haunted house. We as an audience really have no clue what has happened to them. That everybody's kind of losing their minds. I mean, last we knew the daughter was being taken to the hospital after eating glass. And
Right.
that's about it. And apparently she's fine.
Yeah, I was like, the entire family's traumatized. Could we have watched that instead of the ping pong match?
Yeah, please. Right.
Right,
Like
and-
the family is losing their minds, but we have no idea why. I mean, this girl, yeah, she vomited blood and there was glass. That doesn't mean a demon did anything.
No, they.
Right, and
they,
to me, it's like time is very crucial here. Like it you need to get out of there that day. And what is it, like a week later now? I mean, what's happening?
Well, just like every other family in every other Conjuring movie, they can't leave because they can't afford it.
yeah.
Right. Go to a homeless shelter, man. That's what I would do.
Anywhere, live out of your car.
I would suggest going camping. Although oddly enough, the real Smurls did that. They would go camping to get out of the house, and apparently the demon would follow them, and the demon started following the dad to work in various places. So according to the Smurls in real life, the demon or the witches followed them around. They were safe nowhere.
I don't think that's how it works, but okay.
Right. Wah, wah.
So yeah, they're all yelling at Dad to do something, and the scene ends. And I had mentioned to you guys, there's spotlights behind the table during this scene. There's 2 spotlights that look like they're from the film production.
I wonder if they are lighting their kitchen. Where are they getting Klieg lights? I don't know. I don't know what that was all about.
No idea, but it looks like a big snafu.
Production mistake, or are
production.
they just lighting the house to scare the
Poorly,
ghosts
it was
away?
barely lit.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have an overhead light anymore. So
That
maybe
is true.
Was that the same room?
Yeah, that was the kitchen. But I mean, why are you going to go buy movie production light? Just go buy a lamp. Keep
And
it
there were
simple.
2 movie production lights.
And where do you even buy those in rural Pennsylvania?
I don't know. Maybe the grandparents got it at the same place they got the shitty mirror.
So Dad is going to bed. He drops his glasses and sees a demon at the foot of his bed. Dad is being levitated off the bed while sounding like he's being choked or having an orgasm. As we see the demon crawling on top of him. And I don't know about you guys, but the first thing I thought of was Dan Aykroyd in Ghostbusters when he gets the blowjob from that ghost.
Yeah.
And the ghost is like over on top of him, and his pants start coming undone, and he goes
right.
cross-eyed. And I'm like, huh. I say this reminds me a lot of that. Interesting. That's a second Ghostbusters reference in this movie.
Well, the real Smurl dad claimed that he started off, he got a shoulder massage from a spirit, and he thought it was his wife, turned around, wasn't the case. And then it graduated to like full-on sex, which
Outstanding.
he would have to be an active participant in for this to be a sound statement, but that's what he claimed. And then it moved on to the wife. I don't know if she's molested or had sex, and it started to go to the daughter. And to make that up is a little bit odd, but apparently it was this whole full-blown,
orgy.
with dead people
Ghost
going on
orgy.
every night.
It's shocking that people didn't take them seriously.
I mean, I'm sure today there's some people that identify as this, but back in the day, no one did.
I'm a, what is it, ghost sexual?
Right. There's probably a term for it now, but back then there wasn't.
There has to be a term for it now.
I'm sure, yeah.
Phantasmosexual.
Right. I have sex
Phantasmosexual,
with the ghosts that are being manipulated and puppeted by a controlling demon. That's my sex life.
Now while this is going on, Heather is downstairs and she's watching a video of her confirmation party where she's blowing the candle out and she's going back and forth. Rewind, play, rewind, play, rewind, play, pause, rewind, play. And she finds that as she went to blow the candle out, there was a demoness face next to hers blowing the candle out before she could.
This scene was annoying me because I know that with the old VCRs, when you paused it, if you hit pause a second time, it would move forward a frame. And you could just keep hitting pause and go one frame at a time. And so watching her rewind it literally 6-7 times, I was getting a little frustrated.
Yeah, I wanted her just to find it. At some point, I was going to go make myself a sandwich. I didn't care what she did.
Like, we know exactly what we're going to see also. It wasn't like this big we know there's going to be a ghost blowing out the candle. Like,
yeah, we already had this scene.
Yeah.
Right. And then you get the 2 little eyes above the TV, and it's just like the reflection of a light coming from outside.
Mm-hmm.
And it was creepy until it wasn't creepy.
Yeah.
And then she's looking around the house, and a man ghost demon holding an axe starts chasing her.
Who looks like Marilyn Manson.
And the axe has like heft to it.
Yeah.
Right, like it slams into stuff. So I'm not like understanding the axe. Like, is it a ghost axe? Is it a axe? Like,
yeah, this is
they shouldn't be able to manipulate real objects.
Yeah,
you
this
poke
is
the ghost in the eye too? You can't touch the ghost in any way, but it can kill you with an axe.
Right. Right. It's not like a real axe. Like we've seen ghosts move chairs and move phone cords, but I mean, this ghost is like, I don't know, transcended somehow.
Scary as fuck, though. My God.
I mean, it
he
looks
came and he was going
scary,
right
but-
at you. It was kind of like all of a sudden when zombies moved fast.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, I didn't expect you to run. Okay, now we're here. Damn.
So the ghost man is chasing her. We see Dad fall back into the bed. The family goes down to see what Heather is screaming about. She's like, somebody's in here. Mom says we can't live like this to Dad. So what does Dad do? He calls the news to bring attention to their plight.
I guess so.
And we get a sick montage of the news crews going into the house. And Larry King interviewing the Smurls. And news people doing interviews, etc. And now we're back at the Warrens.
Oh, God.
Lorraine and Judy are wedding dress shopping. I didn't want to leave the Smurls to see this.
No, but it did lead to a good scene eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Judy's in a room of mirrors trying on a dress. Boy, I wonder if something spooky is going to happen during this scene.
Yeah, not where you want to be.
You know,
With
the
mirror
woman
demon.
helping Judy leaves to answer a phone call, and Judy starts to have a vision or something. The door opens, and a demon starts to help her try on a dress.
I'm not a lady or Scottish, but if someone's there, I'm noticing. I know exactly who it is. She's like, "Oh, Brenda, what are you doing down there?" It's not Brenda, and I think you know that.
Judy sees the demon by her leg, and she starts doing the stupid fucking rhyme again for the fourth time in this movie. The demon goes away, and then she sees a creepy reflection of herself in the mirror that tries to choke her. And she screams, and everybody comes in to check on her. And now we're back to Smurls, where Grandma's being loaded up into the ambulance.
She's getting into the ambulance because apparently a demon pushed her down the stairs, or somebody did. In the real life Smurl haunting, the daughter was pushed down the stairs. Supposedly, if you believe any of this. Father Gordon arrives to all of this. He gets to the house. He's standing in front of it. And kind of a scene that reminded me of Father Damien from The Exorcist. He kind of gets there. He's dressed up. He kind of looks at the situation. Except this town's like from Footloose or something. It's not like Georgetown.
He's got that exorcist hat on.
Yeah, he's got it definitely felt like it should have been some kind of a nod, but different environment. So he's here without permission from the church. He goes through the house, holy water, the whole Father, Son, Holy Ghost bit. And this is actually a bit of a problem I have with this franchise. I feel like they all kind of do their thing, and then they jump in at the last minute with the holy water and a couple verses from the Bible. And they do that every time, and that's the answer. And I'm like, I don't, if the answer is so obvious all the time, what are you waiting for? And why is it just like, I'm an atheist, and I could throw a Father, Son, Holy Spirit and throw some holy water and do this, but I guess there really wouldn't be a movie. But
I watched the first one with my wife, and the whole time, like anytime it was getting really bad, they would just hold up like a necklace with a cross, and it would solve the problem. And she was like, why doesn't she just wear the fucking necklace?
Right. Have the holy water. I think at the end of this movie, it's like, oh, I have to go get the book. Just have the book. Don't get the book. Always have it.
Right. It's like, get the book.
But thankfully, this isn't the answer here. The holy water starts to smoke up, and Father Gordon does confirm that there is a presence, and he's going to go consult the church immediately. He runs out.
I thought the floor smoking.
He couldn't get out of there fast enough.
I know.
He was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, there's nothing here for me, obviously.
I thought the floor smoking was a cool effect.
I did too.
I think I like this more subtle ghost stuff better. Like the Marilyn Manson axe guy, I wasn't a big fan of, but like the phone cord and stuff like that. I guess I'm more of a Paranormal Activity ghost movie person.
Yeah, let me notice it. I think have it be small and have the music, maybe the chilling music after you've given me a long time to figure out what's happening. And the jump scares are good too. And I will say this franchise does a very good job of giving you the jump scares and then all of a sudden having you look and noticed, or not, Frank,
Yeah,
the
apparently
demons,
not.
the demons in the background that are kind of standing there that come into light. And you're like, oh my God, what is that?
Yeah.
1 and 2 certainly did it better, but I thought this had some decent things. But the next scene I thought was very well done across the board. I really liked it. Father Gordon goes to the church. He's talking to the secretary, right? He's going to get it done. He did go right there. He wants to help him. Sort of his nose bleeds. He looks out. An extension cord is moving by itself in the hallway. Kind of felt like Final Destination a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Things are kind of happening. The secretary disappears, like literally disappears. She's gone. Looks at the cord, comes back. She's nowhere to be found. And then the phone rings, and he picks up the phone. I don't like. I don't know why he picked up a phone at someone else's home. I wouldn't do that, but
It was an office, right? It was
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
place of business. I don't go into a Wendy's, man, and pick up the phone if it rings.
right.
But
Thought that was weird too.
and Judy says, "Father Gordon, you can go now," which I maybe meant you can die now or you
Mhm.
can leave. I assume that's what it meant.
Go to hell.
Yeah. All right. I thought the music is building tension. Things are shot and lit in a way that I thought was nerve-wracking and very well. And I thought that, and I'll say, like, I'm going to give this movie a little bit of love. I thought the cinematography and production value of this whole movie was outstanding. And, the series, I don't think horror movies get any Oscar recognition or the Oscar recognition they deserve for things like cinematography or production design or all of that. But
Mhm.
I thought it was pretty top-notch. And this was my favorite scene in the entire movie. He looks over at the cabinet and there's a doorknob on it and there's a cross and the doorknob turns on its own and the cross goes upside down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was cool.
I thought that was clever as hell.
Yeah.
And the darkness explodes out of the cabinet. He pulls out the cross and the cross bursts into flame. So all the usual defenses here have literally gone up in flames. You get a priest who is typically safe or always has been in all of these movies in a church or sanctuary or diocese, whatever it was. And you get the cross Bible, church priests are all useless for what they're up against. And I thought that was set up well. You got a sense of dread.
Mm-hmm.
Great reflection in his eyes. And I think his eyes turned demon. Am I right?
I think so, yeah.
Turned red. I think they
didn't
turned
notice
red.
that.
So he runs down the hall, the aforementioned extension cord, and the next scene he's dropping through the stairwell down about 7 or 8 flights, and the neck crunches. And did he kill himself because he became a demon? He didn't want to put that onto the world, or the demon forced him to kill himself, and he had no take in it. That's what I didn't quite get.
I
think
took
he forced him to kill himself.
Okay, yeah.
I took it as he got possessed and he was made to do it. Yeah.
Because
Okay.
the original, the guy from the very beginning of the movie hung himself,
Mhm.
Right, yeah.
and then he hung himself, and then Judy at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a demon that loves ropes.
Likes hanging.
Yeah.
Definitely his thing.
Um,
He does that thing where he autoerotic asphyxiation. Is that a thing?
Yeah, he was probably
Yeah.
doing that with the Warrens.
Anyhow, yeah, because there was a whole orgy going on too. So
where did everybody go? Were they there? Where did the secretary go? He walked into the building. The
Yeah, everyone's
secretary's not
gone.
there. The floor buffer guy is not there. Everything's happening and everybody disappears.
does
He
the
just
demon
goes
have
around like it's empty in here. What is going on?
I guess the demon has the ability to remove people from situations because it happens a few times. No.
The secretary's just gone. She just vanishes.
Secretary's there. He doesn't see her, and she's just watching him steal a rope and tie it up, and then
Right.
Leave my phone alone.
She just watches him screaming at the door with a cross going up in flames, and just casually walk out and hang himself. Like the floor buffer guy's gone, secretary's gone. The who was he going to see? The archbishop or something? The bishop. He was going to see the bishop. So the bishop was supposed to be in the other room waiting for him. And he's gone. I guess the whole church is just empty at this point. The
no, I
archdiocese.
think the priest saw it as empty, but it wasn't. The
So
secretary,
We're watching him do
they're
this?
just watching him.
yeah, the secretary is like, "Hey, Bishop, your 10 o'clock just canceled."
The floor buffer guy is like, "Hey, why'd you unplug my floor buffer? Hey, what are you doing?
Yelling at his body hanging there. How am I
That's
gonna
not how
finish
that
this?
cord works."
I need that.
Give that back.
He just pulls him back up through the stairwell and plugs it back in.
It's wrapped around his neck too, but he's like dragging him as he's buffering the floor.
He just plugs him in, still attached to the cord.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, I got work to do.
Rolling his eyes, a little bit annoyed.
And why is Father Gordon completely powerless here? I mean, he is a priest. He is like, he's like 3 steps away, 4 steps away from the Pope. But like Ed and Lorraine Warren can stop demons.
Because this is a case like never before.
What the fuck?
Yeah, haven't you been paying attention? They've
I'm
never
sorry,
encountered anything like
I'm
this
sorry.
before.
That's what the
trying to,
yellow letters told me.
I was trying to inject some logic into this, but
Well, none of that.
Well, it is about a demonologist.
Yeah, right. So we're back with Ed and Tony. Tony fixed Ed's motorcycle. They
Super
bonded.
exciting.
Yeah, right. They bonded now, and Ed decides to show Tony the artifact room. And we get to hear the same old bullshit about genie in a bottle and taking guns off the street.
I don't understand this room at all. It's like, hey, this thing is haunted, but if I put it in this room, then nothing happens.
And
I have
Yes.
1,000 haunted items, but none of them work if they're in just this room because reasons.
Well, because the priest comes and blesses it twice a month.
oh, is that true? By the way, it's
I don't
also
know,
the
that's what they
5th
say.
tour he's given in this movie of this room.
Annabelle
Yeah.
murders everybody, but if she's in that room, she'll stay in the little box.
Except we continuously see like Annabelle out of the room.
Right. Maybe all these items are haunting everybody, and he's just stupid and he doesn't realize.
He should have actually burned them like everybody said in every movie.
Yeah.
Sometimes
He had a reason. He's like,
He's like, it's-
sometimes if you destroy
it's,
them, it's worse or something. I don't know.
He's like, you got to keep the genie in the bottle.
You know, I would just rather them form an unstoppable army.
yeah, I'd watch that movie. All of them from the room comes alive. Maybe that's the next one.
Yeah.
The whole room comes to life like Army of the Dead or
The
something.
Conjuring 5, the Warrens made a big blunder. It would be like the Ghostbusters when the machine broke down and all
Yeah,
the
the
ghosts got
containment
loose.
unit.
Yeah, that's what they're up.
Oh,
Houses.
we're gonna have a crossover.
I'd watch that.
I think they're on the 5th Ghostbusters and the 5th Conjuring.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
let's go. All right.
They're like, the Ghostbusters, just like, you guys are idiots. This is how you do it.
So Lorraine, they're bonding in the artifact room, and Lorraine pops in and she's upset. Ed asks, "What's wrong?" And we cut to Father Gordon's funeral. Just-
And why does
What's
everybody
wrong
there?
at the funeral?
Why does everyone there look like they're at the Salem witch trials or a Dungeons and Dragons convention? It's not 1750, Lorraine. Come on.
So they're leaving the funeral, and Judy turns around and touches the casket, and she starts to hear like, I don't know, demon stuff, and she walks away, and then we're introduced to Father Ziegler, and he introduces himself to the Warrens, and Judy then goes to Father and asks, where did he die? And he tells her Pennsylvania. God only knows why he was out there. And shouldn't the Warrens and everybody already know where he died?
Yeah.
Because he's Father Gordon, he's a close personal friend. The funeral is happening. They didn't ask between the time they found out up until the funeral where he was and how he died. They're finding out after the fact. This is a close personal friend of the family. And they didn't know what was going on.
They said Father Gordon died, and they're like, all right, no further questions.
Right, like he wasn't found in Connecticut. and then like they don't know why he was in Pennsylvania. The fucking Schmerls were on Larry King.
Yeah, it's a
It's
national
national
case.
news.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what's going on in Pennsylvania. Even when Father Gordon went to the freaking uh, archdiocese, the secretary's like, "Oh, what's this about?" And he's like, "It's a family in Pennsylvania or whatever town." And like, she's like, "Oh yeah, there's a family out there having trouble." Okay, like
And also,
everybody's oblivious.
he hung himself in a church, I mean, that would have been national news also.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And the Warrens are supposed to be all locked into this. Hey, apparently not.
Well, they're busy with their ping pong games and their wedding dresses and all that super interesting stuff we had to watch an hour of.
And Tony talking about being a policeman, and
Yeah, that was great.
it's awesome.
And then he's been out of work for 6 months. I think he's sweeping his unemployment under the rug a bit, but okay.
Lorraine, we're back with Lorraine in the kitchen washing dishes. The water isn't going down. She reaches into the sink and pulls out her locket with Judy's picture in it. Everything starts going in slow motion. She drops the locket in the sink, which is now filled with blood. Blood starts pouring all over the kitchen, everywhere. Ed comes in. He's like, "What's wrong?" And she says, "There's something wrong with Judy." Just then, Tony is knocking on the door, and Lorraine answers by saying, "Where is she?" So they're off to Pennsylvania.
All right, finally getting these two storylines to merge.
So they're in Pennsylvania. There's police barricades. People are all crowded around the house. The Warrens start walking up to the house. They're bombarded by questions from reporters. What are all these people doing here? This scene might as well have been that scene from Ghostbusters when they pull up to Dana Barrett's building and everybody is chanting Ghostbusters and Saving the Day is fucking playing. Like, that's what should have been going on right here.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're walking up to the house and they're just mobbed by reporters and people asking them what's going on. I was like, holy shit, like this is Ghostbusters. Judy tells Lorraine about Father Gordon being there, and Ed and Lorraine, they just want to leave. And Judy tells them, "You don't run from fights," and basically it guilts them into staying to help the Smurls. Ed gets out the demon busting kit from the trunk of his car. Ed and Lorraine are in the kitchen talking to the Smurls now. Judy tells Tony she had a vision of Father Gordon dying and tells Tony that she feels that something wants her to be there.
Okay, but Father Gordon died already, so
yeah,
great vision.
Perfect.
I had a vision when I saw it on the news an hour ago.
Lorraine's looking around the house. She turns on some carousel music box and nothing happens. Nothing's happening. Ed's cooking pancakes. He does that in every movie. He does it so people know they're not alone or something. Ed asked Tony why he quit being a cop. Apparently he was working in Bloomfield, Connecticut. Hey, Connecticut. And had a gun drawn on his face, and some guy pulled the trigger and went click. He should have been dead. So he quit, and the next day he bought Judy a ring to propose to her. Very nice.
And now he's been unemployed for 6 months. Like, move to clerical, man. Like every cop does in these movies that has a trauma. Or
go be a gym teacher.
Or just edit that entire scene out.
Or don't. Yeah, right.
Or don't have it.
I was surprised they didn't take us on his job hunt.
Right.
It just didn't work out. I'm still unemployed. He's filling out the paperwork for unemployment.
We get to see him fill out every box.
We get another montage.
Yeah, sign that in triplicate.
So Judy and Lorraine have a talk, and Lorraine goes upstairs to do more investigating. Judy turns around and sees Susie the doll coming towards her, saying, "Mommy, Mommy." And then Karen appears. It was a nice, cheap jump scare. Karen asks Judy if she likes dolls. Judy says, "Not really." I thought that was kind of a funny line.
Yeah.
Why is the doll still there? I mean, I know you're poor, but go to the Salvation Army and buy another shitty secondhand doll, preferably one that's not possessed by a demon.
Well, I mean,
why is that there?
Well, I mean, Father Smurl has to support like 8 people in the house. He can't afford another doll.
Yeah, but demon doll.
I don't know. Find one at the same junkyard they found a mirror at.
Yeah, play with this fucking sponge, man.
With the sponge.
Because that's possessed by a demon, as we all know.
So Lorraine is looking under her bed, and something gets on and moves the covers around. Lorraine keeps looking around, gets a vision of something bad happening in the house. She tells Ed, there are 3 spirits that used to live on this land, Apparently, the wife spirit had an affair, and the husband spirit killed her and uh, her mother. But those spirits are not the cause of the disturbance. They're being controlled by a demon, which is
Mm.
using those spirits to block their vision of the demon.
Let's make this overly complicated.
Although in reality, that was pretty close to the real what Ed and Lorraine, the real Ed and Lorraine Warren said about the Smurl case. That there was an elderly woman who was confused, scary but harmless. A younger woman, kind of violent and sane, not part of the family, just some woman that showed up. Young man with a mustache, capable of violence. He found his wife with another man, strangled her, killed him, and a clairvoyant said that this guy mistook Janet for his wife and the husband for the lover. And then the demon was capable of controlling this group of bozos. So the real case is similar somewhat.
Wow. Well, there it is. It's all true.
You believe any of it, which I don't.
Anyway, Judy goes upstairs because she heard her mom call out to her, and the attic stairs are down. I guess nobody thought to inspect up in the attic.
Now, why do that?
Right. They looked everywhere else. Lorraine looked everywhere else, but nobody thought, hey, let's go up in the attic and see what's going on up there. So Judy goes into the attic. She finds the mirror that had been crushed by the garbage truck.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, how the fuck is the mirror up in the attic when we saw it get crushed by the garbage truck?
Demons.
Nobody noticed it up in the attic. How did it get carried into the attic? Why is it in the attic?
Annabelle. I wouldn't go to the attic. I don't know.
I think Annabelle
I'll give him
put
that.
it there.
Who did?
Annabelle.
Annabelle must, yes. Because in the next scene, Annabelle is there.
Yeah, see?
For some reason. Judy touches the mirror that she finds. A piece of chalk falls to the ground. Judy sees "Miss Me" scrawled on the walls of the attic. And then she just says Annabelle. So I don't understand why all these Annabelle references are happening.
Just to make you want to see the 3 Annabelle movies. I'm pretty sure.
Right. Just to remind us that they're there.
Yeah.
Random rocking chair in the attic starts rocking. Judy gets the fuck out of the attic, pushes the stairs back up, and hears Karen say, Judy? She goes into Karen's room looking for her. Why is she looking for her with a dim flashlight? Couldn't she just flick the lights on in the room?
Probably.
And where is everybody? This is the loudest house. Like an hour ago, this is the loudest house on the planet, and all the lights run. And now it's like everyone's gone. Just stick together, man. I would be like butter on toast. I would not leave anyone. And the house is empty. Every time someone has a scene, the house is empty. You can't hear anything. It goes dark. It doesn't make any sense.
Is that later in the movie, or am I mixing it up with one of the other ones where the Warrens came in and like the whole family's in one room, like you said? Was that this one, or was that the third?
No, I think that's
the
2.
third. I don't know.
Yeah, no. To this one, the whole family's in the house, and it's not a very big house, but everybody's got a scene where they're by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Judy's off by herself, can't hear anyone. No one hears her. Everyone, I don't know. This isn't a mansion. This is probably an 1,800 square foot home.
Right. Everybody's there. But she's using a dim flashlight to look into this room instead of just flicking the light switch on, which kills me because, you know what? In the first Conjuring, when the dad goes down into the basement, he's looking around the basement by lighting matches.
Yes.
He's got a fucking flashlight, and he's lighting matches one at a time.
And also, move the flashlight faster. She's like this with the flashlight. Like, move it faster. Go like this and see everything.
You're right. What are you doing? Well, whatever. Some doll in the middle of the room comes to life and stands up. And it's a giant Annabelle doll. And it chases her, and Judy falls down the stairs. Ed and Lorraine are like, what's going on? Judy says there's something in the attic. Ed is like, it can't be, when he sees the mirror. And he's like, it found us. And Lorraine touches the mirror and says, Ed, something's changed. Something's different. So now, thankfully, we get an explanation. They're explaining to the Smurls about Judy being stillborn in the mirror. The girls are like, we threw that thing out. And Ed's explanation is, with these things, it's never that simple. So perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's all I need to know.
Glad we got to recap the entire movie up to this point just to say, yeah, shit happens.
Right.
Yeah,
We already knew all this.
The mirror is up there. It happens. Don't worry about it. Lorraine says it wasn't done with you, and it wasn't done with us. Hey, that explains it all.
Mhm.
Perfect. Perfect. That's why the mirror's back. Great. The Warrens tell the Smurls that they don't know what happened to the girl at the antique store from the very beginning of the movie. They were afraid and they ran away. And but Ed reassures the Smurls, "We're not leaving you."
Great.
Perfect. They devise a plan to take the mirror out of the house in the middle of the night and put it in their artifact room. Could they have not just waited until morning?
You got to do it at the most dangerous and precarious point of the day.
Right. You can't just wait until 10 in the... They could have slept in 10 in the morning, gotten the...
Had
they
some
would have had
pancakes.
daylight.
Yeah.
Had some
Why are they all
pancakes and
still
got-
there? Like, just the Warrens have a house. Go there.
Couldn't they have hired a moving company?
But that's an asshole move.
Like, I'm not touching that thing.
Yes, they could have, but
Right. Like, a couple guys come in with some, some straps and everything. And they just carry the mirror out.
don't
Thank
look
you.
directly at it. Why?
Don't do it. Judy is sick or something. Lorraine is like, "I never should have let you stay." Ed reads a safety passage from the Bible to protect them while they move the mirror. Tony goes to get the car ready for transport, and Ed and the Smurl dad are walking the mirror out of the attic. And Dad says it seems to be getting heavier. And Ed says, "Yeah, sometimes that happens."
Everything is just like, yeah, just shit's weird. What are you going to do?
The straps are coming undone on their own from
That
around
was
the mirror.
cool. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
It was.
That's the kind of stuff I like.
Me too.
Tony can't get the car started, of course. Judy's health is declining. The cover comes off the mirror. Dad looks at the mirror and freaks out. Dad falls down the stairs and Ed drops the mirror. It almost falls on the father.
Well, he looks at the mirror right after he was told not to look at the mirror.
Right. Right. Like, don't look at the streams.
Yeah.
I
Don't
thought
look at
that
the
they were
streams.
going to have the mirror was going to come down and cut his head off like the Omen. That's what I thought was going to happen.
No, that would have been good. That would have been better, actually.
No one
That would have
died.
been a lot better.
Yeah, I think so.
Tony finally gets the car to start. He whips the car around. He's flying down the road, and then he sees the demon in the middle of the road, swerves and crashes.
Okay. So all he had to do, his entire mission was to just do a 3-point turn and get the car facing the other direction. And he decides to go like 70 miles an hour down the road doing Tokyo drift moves. Like, why?
No
Where
reason.
was he parked? Like, it felt like he was like a mile away. Like,
No,
Right, he was right outside the front of the Smurl's house. Why did he have to turn around at all?
well, I mean, maybe wherever they were going is in the opposite direction, but like instead of just doing a U-turn, he went 70 miles an hour to do a Tokyo drift U-turn and then went 70 miles an hour back towards the house, which is why he crashed when he saw the ghost. If he just did a normal turn like a normal human being, he could have just tapped on the brakes.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but then we wouldn't have had him crash.
That whole scene was ridiculous.
And the stakes wouldn't have been risen.
Why did he do any of that?
yeah, I don't get that either.
They should have at least shown him do a bunch of blow or something to explain why he was doing that.
That's why he really lost his job as a cop.
Yeah.
So now Lorraine is looking around again. The music box from before is on. I don't know what's going on with Ed and the dad at this point because they're awfully quiet. Nothing's really going on there. Lorraine walks into the room and Judy has been possessed by the demon. So she got sick and now she's possessed.
Saw that coming.
Yep. Demon Judy rushes at Lorraine. Ed and Dad are working their way down with the mirror. Demon Judy throws the family dog against the mirror. And in her defense, I would have done the same thing. The dog was barking incessantly. Fuck that dog. Had it coming.
Apparently that really happened. The Smurl said the family dog was by their kitchen table and the demon picked it up, threw it against the wall.
Did their dog die? Because this dog was fine.
I don't believe so. No one ever
Well, that's
dies
good.
in these things. Dog was also named Simon, the real life Smurl dog, for what that's worth.
Because
I'm
that would
glad
be
Simon. I'm glad Simon didn't die.
that would be the number one item on Does the Dog Die?
Yeah, right. That is my trigger, and it was triggered.
Demon Judy now starts advancing on the family when Ed shows up and starts to try to talk to the real Judy through Demon Judy. Demon Judy puts her hand on Ed's chest, I guess trying to give him a heart attack, stop his heart, whatever. And then Demon Judy starts saying the Lucy Lockett rhyme.
That's the fifth time, right?
Yeah, the fifth time. Yes.
She's saying it sarcastically, though, I guess, right? She's like, "You already lost it. This
Yeah.
not working."
Yeah.
Tony's trying to get in, but the door won't budge. And now the Axeman spirit is coming down the stairs where Lorraine is.
This
in
is
the
where he looks
basement.
exactly like Marilyn Manson.
Yes. And he proceeds to kill his ghost wife in front of Lorraine. And now he's advancing on Lorraine, and somehow the basement's filled with blood or water at this point. I guess
No
it was raining.
explanation.
No, I mean, it was raining, but there's like 3 feet of water in there.
That happened in another one of these, too. I think maybe, I don't know, this movie's so long. Maybe it was
I think
earlier
the
in this
second
movie.
one, right?
I think the second one.
Yeah, the
Okay.
second one was filled with water.
All right.
We see Ed put one of his heart pills under his tongue, so he's going to be fine. The family evacuates the house. Lorraine tells Ed it wanted Judy. It's always been Judy. Ed tells Lorraine to get the book.
Get the book.
Get the book.
Or just have had it, but sure, go get it.
What exactly is the book? Is it just the Bible?
Yes.
Is it a special book?
No.
I think it's just I think it's the
just the
Bible,
Bible.
in Latin.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. They all race up to the attic where Judy has hung herself. Lorraine is screaming. Tony and Ed are trying to cut Demon Judy down, or
This
the real
is my
Judy.
this is my favorite scene because your daughter is hanging from a noose, and you don't grab her by the legs or the waist to relieve pressure off her neck. You reach as far as you can with this tiny little knife and just make tiny little saws into this thick rope for the next 5 minutes. by all
Yeah.
means, don't relieve her breathing at all.
Tony is like on the other side, like trying to prop her up a little bit. Just get underneath her. What's going on?
You have one
Kind
guy
of dragging her down, if
you have
anything.
one guy trying to push her towards the other guy so he can cut the rope with this tiny little pocket knife, and nobody is holding her by the waist.
Not a single person. Lorraine is completely useless. She's just
She
screaming.
just stands there and watches. She's like, cut faster. It's the most ridiculous scene.
But this is the scene, Judy hanging, that we see at the beginning of the movie when Lorraine touches the mirror.
See, I didn't remember that because it was like 4.5 hours ago.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either. I guess I was still so full of hope at that point.
Yeah, she touches the mirror and all those montage of scenes happens, and one of them is adult Judy hanging.
See, if the movie was about 40 minutes shorter, I would have caught that and been like, pretty cool.
Yeah, but it was way too long.
Yes.
So they cut her down. They obviously they succeed. It's not like they were going to fail at this. But she falls, and the whole floor of the attic crashes in, and they end up on the next floor down. Ed's performing CPR on Judy. Lorraine is screaming. Then Lorraine sees an evil version of herself in the mirror. CPR works. Judy's back to life, and she's not possessed anymore. So perfect.
The end.
No reason why she's not possessed.
The end? Please, God,
Roll
the end?
credits. The mirror starts spinning really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Ed starts reading a prayer from the book. The mirror abruptly stops and falls down and starts coming towards them, pinning Tony's leg in the process.
His leg would have been shattered.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, this thing's got some weight.
if not severed. But no, he's just like, oh, I'm gonna limp a little.
he's just a little pinned. He's fine.
They got black and blue.
Ed is reading the Bible when his reflection says "shut your mouth," and his Bible starts on fire. That was kind of cool.
Mhm.
Ed throws the book at the mirror and at Demon Ed, and it actually hurts the demon. Like he kind of recoiled from the Bible hitting the mirror at him for some reason.
No one thought to hit the mirror.
We already broke the mirror. That didn't work. We get a flashback now of Lorraine telling Judy to shut it out and say the rhyme. Ed is holding the mirror back, and Lorraine tells Judy to not look away now. Don't shut it out. Don't run. We've come full circle because the Warrens ran away from the first case, and now they've come back to the Smurls. And Lorraine's learned a valuable lesson, and she's teaching Judy to not run away from her problems and danger and to confront her issues. And, the moral of the story.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I just want a ghost to throw a light on my head.
Wouldn't that have been great? They all hold the glass on the mirror and push on the demon reflections, and we see the glass breaking as triumphant music starts playing, and Judy says, "You're not there," and the mirror blows up, and I guess the power of love prevailed.
They beat the scary mirror with the power of friendship.
Yes. The demon mirror was beaten by family and friendship.
Well, they loved each other. And
fucking Father Gordon hangs himself. He's no match. The Warrens, they can do it. The next day, everything is fine. We get some text about how the Smurls remained in the house for 3 more years, and the haunting made them stronger as a family. The Warrens say goodbye to the Smurls. We see Ed putting the mirror into the artifact room that I thought was destroyed for a second time.
Yeah, but, these things happen sometimes.
Right.
The mirror wasn't done with him.
Ed tosses Tony the keys to the artifact room in like a passing of the torch moment. He tells Tony, "Welcome to the family." Roll credits.
And I think
I'm sorry, that's a lie. We don't roll credits.
I know at this point.
And then there was a wedding. Okay.
I was about to turn the movie off, and I'm like, there's like 20 minutes left. Holy fuck.
It's like, for fuck's sake. Oh,
I think it's safe to say that they, the next one will be the Tony and the daughter. I'm assuming maybe the Warrens will have a cameo.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie made $500 million, so
yeah, they're not done.
Yeah. We see Judy and Tony's wedding with all the people from the previous movies. It was kind of cool that we see like the mom from the first Conjuring there, and some callbacks.
In the audience also was James Wan and the nun, the actors who played the nun.
Oh, very nice.
Blonde hair, just kind of hanging out, and is one of the wedding guests.
And that Asian guy that's part of their camera crew that for 3 out of the 4 movies didn't have any lines.
He's there. He doesn't speak though.
He's there.
Actually, would have been great if anybody has anything to say. What is that line about "Forever Hold Your Peace"? And that's his line.
They kiss, they dance. Lorraine tells Ed she had a vision about grandkids and stuff, and they'll write a book and pass on their legacy. Ed and Lorraine ride away on their motorcycle. Lorraine just keeps on talking. Ed's like, "Yeah, that sounds all good." Roll credits.
Yep.
And then we get some text about how Ed had a massive stroke, lived for 5 more years, and died at the age of 79. Lorraine never remarried, passed away at 92. They were married for 6 decades.
I like how they mentioned a 79-year-old didn't get remarried. We needed that detail. Yeah, I was getting scared on the motorcycle scene because I thought we were just going to watch the entire rest of their lives.
Oh my God. The freaking montage. I have a vision, Ed, and they have all there's like 52 grandkids in a room. Like, what the fuck is going on? Just end this movie.
There was way too many grandkids. I think they put way too much weight on how much we cared about them versus the movie and being scared. I don't know, that's what I think.
Right. I don't really care about Ed and Lorraine Warren. I care about what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird because I watched 4 movies with them and I any attachment to them at all.
No, because they're actors in a movie.
Well, you watch a series, you grow to like some actors or characters over the course of a series, but
Satan. Behold, the summoning of the great Dark King rises from the gates of Hades to spread his plague of doom upon the living.
I don't know. All right, do you want me to start?
sure.
I'll go first because I might be a little different. It's funny doing this.
Oh, the body count is 4.
Oh,
I skipped the last 2 movies. The body count in this is 4.
I'm surprised there was even 4. Father Gordon, who else?
There's the guy at the very beginning who got hung.
No.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
Father
okay.
Gordon.
I think there was. Are we counting the ghost?
The ghost woman, the wife ghost, got an axe in the head? Sure, why not? It's a good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think there was and there was one other one.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. It's after doing this podcast, I'm kind of feeling a little bit less. I like it a little less now. I actually watched the movie 4 times, not in its entirety. I know. I kind of watched it, and then I fell asleep, and I watched it again. I fell asleep. I just kept falling asleep. But in fairness, I put it on super late. So then a couple days ago, I said, all right, I'm just going to start at the beginning and watch the whole thing through.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that, and I kind of liked it. I mean, I think you said it best, Jay. I feel like they should have just stuck with the Smurls because there was a lot of things that were very cool. Like the camera, a little bit of backstory, great. Let's get to like these people. But I thought the scenes with the dad levitating and the doll, and I thought the guy in the basement, and there was a half a dozen scenes that really captured me. The acting is very, very good. Production design is good. Special effects are great. What does pull it back for me is it's fucking boring. There's too many things. I don't need 10 minutes of ping pong. I get it. You're a family and you like them, and then I don't need the whole thing about whether do you accept him? Here's the ring. Do you like him? I don't like him. This maybe wait a month. Maybe how about 2 months? Like I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
There was way too much of that, and there was way too much going on, and it annoyed me, and it got boring. Maybe that's why I fell asleep. I'm gonna give this 2.75 because I think the cinematography, the lighting, the acting, and the half a dozen really well done scares mixed with the couple of really effective jump scares elevated it for me.
Okay.
Family Ship brought it down.
All right. Yeah. The Smurl stuff, a lot of it was very good. There was a lot of stuff I liked with the more toned down stuff, the phone cord and the guy in the basement. A lot of the Warren stuff was super drawn out and super boring. And then at the end, I just thought it was a little corny. We're fighting a haunted mirror and just staring at it to beat it. I don't know. I found the end a little corny. There's enough good stuff where I'm not going to rank this super low, but I'm going to give it a 2.25.
Fair. Yeah. There wasn't enough of the Smurl stuff going on here.
Yeah.
Way too much of the Warren stuff. It took way too long for the Warrens to actually get to the Smurls and start doing what we're here to watch. I don't care about Tony. I don't care about Judy. I hardly care about Ed and Lorraine.
Mm-hmm.
It's a far cry from the first two Conjuring movies. Uh, that being said, yeah, the cinematography was great, the acting was great. It just it didn't make me care about anybody in the movie. Like
Right.
we're supposed to be watching the Smurl family go through hell, and by the end, I could care less about them. I actually forgot about Heather, who was the girl who was gifted the mirror in the first place.
I was gonna say, who's Heather?
Yeah, it's like
Right. Like she was the one that was gifted, who was starting to be tormented, and who cares?
2 hours in, I'm like, who the hell is that?
Right. You completely forget about her. The movie
We're
just
doing a
feels
deep dive, and I forgot about her.
Well, that's because we had like a 40-minute Warren interlude before they even went back to those characters.
right. And some of the decisions and dialogue are kind of nonsensical. I mean, just that they didn't know where Father Gordon was when he died. They hadn't heard of the Smurls. Like, you're the Warrens. It's national news.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to believe that?
Yeah.
So it was just there was just too much other stuff going on other than what I was there for.
Mm-hmm.
It's a serviceable movie. It's certainly not a movie I'm gonna watch again unless maybe I'm doing a Conjuring marathon and I'm starting at one. But honestly, I'd probably stop after three.
You'd watch 3 again?
Yeah, I'd watch three before this.
I'd skip 3 and go to 4.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd watch three 10 out of 10 times before I watch this again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like the cursing because three at least was something different than demons.
Mm-hmm.
It was a curse. Like they had to break the formula, and they made it into a curse, and that's why the curse could be transferred, and it made sense why the kid in the prison was still being haunted. And it brought in the courtroom aspect of it, which I thought was interesting to use possession or being cursed as a defense. I thought that was interesting. And then we go to four, and it was just like a watered down version of the first two movies, but with less of what made those movies good. So at least three dared to be a little different.
I thought 3 had even more filler than 4.
I agree.
Oh, I didn't think so.
I was so bored during 3.
And it was such a letdown too, because I just watched 1 and 2. Like,
Mhm.
1 and 2 were like crack cocaine. I've never done cocaine, but I was like, it was a jolt of excitement. It was fun. It was cool. I was like, oh my god, that's scary. I want more. I want more. And then by the time I got to 3, it was like, okay, now I'm just strung out.
I mean, three is certainly not. It's not a movie that I'm going to be actively seeking to watch. We're talking about. I think it's incrementally better than this movie, like a half point better, maybe.
Mhm.
okay, yeah.
You know. That being said, I'm giving this a 2.25.
Okay.
All right. I ranked it the highest.
Yep. I think
Okay.
that's only like the second or third movie you ranked the highest.
Yeah, probably not the third, probably the second.
It's the highest of the low scores.
Yeah. It's a shame too, because they just put too much weight on it being Ed and Lorraine's last movie, so they had to flesh it all out, but they didn't need to flesh it all out. Just make it good. That's gonna do their legacy better.
Terror Vision is so much better than this movie, by the way.
Yeah.
It's more entertaining.
I mean,
All right.
I gave Terrorvision a higher score than this. By the way,
did
Peter,
not.
this is the fourth movie you ranked the highest.
Really? What were the other
Oh,
ones?
wow.
Well, you tied Frank with Hereditary.
Okay.
You were the highest of Friday 13th Part 5, and you tied
enough.
Frank on A Quiet Place Day 1.
Okay.
What did we
Fair
give
enough.
A Quiet Place day one?
2.75, 2.75, and 2.5. I
Wow.
feel like we might have went high on that one.
Yeah, it's a shit show. It's hard to figure it out because you put them all next to each other and you're like, it's in the moment. It's hard to compare them all. But all right, you guys want to know what our next movie is?
I do.
All right, so I decided to hit a genre and a decade has been yet to be touched by us. So
Okay. 90s?
No, before like halfway between Frankenstein and Friday the 13th Part 5.
Okay.
Come in the middle. We are going to go to 1950s sci-fi horror, and we're doing the 1958 version of The Blob with Steve McQueen.
Okay.
I've been more and more interested in 50s sci-fi horror. I think it's schlocky, fun, but also good. I don't think we're not going to bring in a lot of the young whippersnappers for this episode, but I think it's actually going to be a super fun episode.
Cool. All right, looking forward to it. I don't know if I've seen that one. I think when I was a little kid, my dad took out the new one instead of the old one by mistake, and so I never saw the new one, the old one.
Well, the old one is I watched half of it and I was like, this is it. It's, we should the opening song of it has been in my head. We'll put it up on actually everybody should subscribe to our YouTube because we'll put it there. We'll give you information when that's coming out, and we should put the opening song. It's insane. It makes no sense. I thought I was watching like a 50s, Leave It to Beaver type thing, but The Blob should be a blast.
All right, sounds good. So like and subscribe. 3 Basket Cases on all social media. 3 Basket Cases podcast @gmail.com. And we will be back soon.
My love.